Hi, guys. Scooter Babe. I love that name. Scooter Babe. That is awesome. So, yes, Wayne, I went and moved during the cold snap. It was a little bit chilly, but we survived. It was good. Did you guys get notification? Because JJ and I were having problems seeing the notifications. So we're not sure they're going out. You know, it's been a snap since I've been on. So we were going to call this, what were we going to call it? Visiting with dogs or what?
Oh, yeah. Messages with dogs in the background because my dogs were barking.
Her dogs were barking. Mine will, I'm just going to tell you. Hello, Samantha. So my dog will bark at whoever passes by. And so now we're on the first floor, and I have this really weird front door that you can see everything. And so all he does is sit at the door. Well, right now, here, now that I'm able to, where is he? Oh, there he is. There's the 11-month-old. He's a little shit. He's a shit. But yeah, he'll bark, so just don't let it scare you. So, okay, she just got the notification. Hi, Carol, how are you? So, yeah, you guys know how I roll. It's kind of impromptu. Life is fun. So, wait till. I didn't even ask you. Do you want to do meditation, JJ, or no?
You know, if you want to do the meditation, no, I get a no from
Hello, you. Melody. You get a no for you altogether or just for you?
No, I'm out of here. See you. Sorry, you were drinking. All right.
No. So I caught her as she was partaking into some spirits.
Yeah.
Hi, Mars. How are you? I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I'm like,
yeah, Karen reached out. Like, hey, what are you doing later? Do you want to go live? I'm thinking of, dusting myself off and going live. And I'm like, it's like second cup of wine. I'm like, what time? So that gave me enough time to douse myself with water, like.
So before we were on here, we were talking, and JJ pulled the rose card that was not the rose card.
It was in the beginning.
And it was talking about, it was in the beginning. Hi, Ivana. It was talking about, and I think this goes for a lot of people where, JJ, you said something that was kind of cool, and it was, don't be surprised if your rose, grows like crooked. And I think that is where a lot of, if you're not doing it already, some people are going to step into that. That some things are going to go haywire, some things are going to change, and remember that. Yeah. I mean, and just remember that you just got to work through it, process it, and kind of see what that brings up for you. But you can't run from it, and if you run from it, it just comes back to you. So that's 100% sure. So.
Yeah, like you're tethered to it. It's a silly thing to run away because, you're kind of tethered to it. Yes, these are fluctuating times. Karen got a card that was talking about, being open to the possibilities. And then, instead of putting like these strict parameters on it, it's kind of like, it's like expectations versus intention, where her card was saying like being grateful for the things that you've asked for, instead of being like demanding, like, when is this showing up? I've laid the groundwork. Come on, so it's
I
one
asked
of
for
those.
it 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's like just being open hearted, like, this is what I'm asking for. And I think this has got that theme of, kind of like putting our prayers out there, like, what is it that we want to grow? And, how can we be gracious while we're asking for something? And I picked up this card too, which is Vision, Quest, and Seeking. And she's not like demanding that the sun comes towards her. I'm thinking her hand is over her heart space, while she's doing her seeking. So if that makes sense.
It does. Well, and I'm just picking up that, let me make sure, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 7-year. And 7 years are all about, and please add in anybody on the group chat. 7 years all about self-discovery and really looking at yourself and really processing through those kinds of things. And that's pretty huge. Hi, Jane. How are you? That's pretty big. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to step into that. And it almost feels like here we are again, a whirlwind of, like they show me like a wind tunnel of we're doing this again. And if you don't process, if you don't look through it, you're going to be faced with it. Today, let me make sure I get this right. So a while back, it pops up on your Facebook that says people you may know. And so I didn't know this person. And I was like, I don't know that person. We have, 80 million friends together, but I don't know this person. But I reached out today because it was like, I don't know why, something just kind of hit me, and messaged him and said, I don't know your content, but I'm kind of curious, where could I get more to see what you're doing? And why are you laughing? His thing is enter the Maya. Oh, okay. The dog's getting you. So, it's personal. Okay. So Enter the Maya is his YouTube channel. And I was just kind of listening to his stuff, and I want him to come on, and it was just kind of the way that he presents some of the things and through his story and what he's going through was really awesome. Hi, Emerald. How are you? But yeah, I think that hi, Ian. I will answer that question in a minute. Okay. So it really is about just kind of looking at your personal life and kind of, and I think that's what this year is going to be about. And the reason why the whirlwind is because if you're not facing it, it's going to be brought back to you. And some of these things are, I hate to use the old onion, it's peeling the layers back and it's looking, what is it, By the way, JJ, you did, I caught it, because I was work-a-larking. And JJ, if you guys haven't checked it out, did a, what was it called?
Today?
What did you call that?
It was exploring our light bodies. It was light body mini readings.
Yeah. And she did that. And literally I closed my eyes and all of a sudden I literally saw an orange dragon, and this thing's been with me all day. Orange dragon, it was the weirdest thing. So I've had an orange dragon here all day with me. So it's been, well, at work, and then it came home, and so it was like, oh wow, I have an orange dragon.
Your funny people are orange, you happy?
Orange, you happy? Oh my goofball.
Orange, you happy? I was laughing because I picked another card from another deck, and it's Grandfather Sky, and it's talking about the same thing. It says one of the fastest ways to bring joy and bounty into your life is through gratitude. Allow thankfulness to surge through you up into the heavens. And that's like the card you pulled was being thankful for the things that, you know, that you were trying to dream into being. I love it.
Yeah, I'll read that one. I have to use my light because Lord knows I can't see it. It's kind of low. And put my spectacles on. So this was the card that I pulled earlier. And what it says is all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for your highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as a sacred gift, as a testament to your faith in higher power. Open up and let spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty so that you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good for both you and all your life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest priority. So, yeah.
So it sounds like this is a good time to open up to, you know, again, dreaming your world into being. Like, what are some dreams that, you know, you might want to put out there and do it with gratitude and, you know, being thankful that just for just being here, walking the earth at this time.
Well, and go back to the rose thing. You know, it doesn't, I think that sometimes when we manifest or sometimes when we put those things out there, we get so intent on the way that we want to see it happen. You know, I did a reading for someone that was, did I say plead in bed? What? Like what? I don't think I said bed. Could have been for, I don't think so. No, squirrel. But we get so intent on, you know, like the reading that I did the other day, she was very focused on how she wanted to see this come. And instead, I offered the perspective of just picture the end result, the job, the money, the this, the that, and don't get so caught up in how is she going to do it? How is she going to, you know, how's she going to do it? How's she going to get all of those things? Because I think when you really get narrow focused on how that looks like and what the path looks like, you're actually making it really hard for spirit to give you the things that you need, you know? So, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So what are some things, that we're all looking to come into our lives? And on the other side of that, with the cards guidance, it's like you have to empty yourself as well. So it's like, what are we ready to step out of, and what are we looking to come into our lives? So that's a good segue for you, Karen. What are you willing to step out of?
Okay. I love the way you did that, JJ. You're so sweet. To answer Ian's question, I would assume that Joe is doing really good. Unfortunately, sometimes I feel like I'm talking to my kids. Sometimes, guys, just kidding. You know, you fill your part in what you were supposed to do, and things change. And so I manifested that I needed a smaller place, financially, a smaller place. And you guys helped out with that. Because as you know, it was getting kind of expensive up there. So I did get a new apartment. And so I'm in the new apartment, and with here, he's so cute. Look at him. He's being such a cutie.
Aww.
He will tear up the house later. But so I did get a new apartment, and it's been great. And I am living on my own. And Joe and I are no longer together, and he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing, and that is where we're at. So I wish him all the best and all the luck. And yeah. So as far as what I'm manifesting is a lot of personal growth and a lot of healing. And I am putting my business first. And yeah, so that's what I'm concentrating on. So it is a really pretty fireplace, huh? Let me go that way.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. So yeah, it's good. Life is good.
And we, as this like collective, as this like, we were all holding you and Joe up, and what a good job we all did helping and holding and supporting. And we wish, we wish the same for both of you, whether you're together or if you've, like the rose grown a different way, and that's okay.
Yep. So
I know.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think you are good. Yeah, you've been stepping in your power. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, stepping in my power, and it has been, definitely some really good things happening. And I was manifesting more money coming, and sure enough, I found out I got a raise. So I'll be getting a raise soon. And
Yay.
So that helped. And yeah, so things are really looking good. And I'm excited and I'm happy. And yeah. There you go.
Beautiful.
What are you manifesting, JJ?
You know what? Karen, you're Karen. Debbie from Freebird Spirit was just, she had asked me, like, what is it that's in the way, that you feel like is in the way of, like, doing the springboard into, into my healing, into spirit stuff. And I honestly said, I'm like, I feel like it's the things in my like immediate view. It's like, I'm trying to be a mom and a wife and, and a daughter and a homeowner and, and I like to put those things in front of me. And it's kind of this invisible, non-realistic barrier, because when I let my family know what it is I want to do, they're okay with it. And so it's this thing that it was my own stuff that I was putting in front of it. Like, maybe I don't deserve this me time because it makes me really happy to do the spirit stuff. And so it was one of those things where when she asked me that, that's the thing that I'm letting go. And I did a ceremony outside. And I'm choking on it right now.
So yeah, ceremony.
And I'm just really excited. I've been more on my channel and other people's channel than ever before, and I feel like it's a really good momentum. But it's also the time is now. So when you asked me if I wanted to come on, I'm like, yeah, the time is now, because we're all coming together in this collective, and kind of just standing in our strength and standing in love. And that's one of the things I think you represent.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, represent coughing. I had COVID not too long ago. That was a fair. While you were talking, what I was hearing was something that I heard earlier today on the Maya thing, and he had said something like, I'm not, and I wish I could hear the exact words, but they were telling me, you need to say this, we're not here to save the world. We're just here to really save ourselves and to give other people, kind of like they're saying the pathway to how we can how we can do this. Sorry guys, my cough every so often. Night, Jane. But yeah, so we're not here to save the world. Hi, Debbie.
I don't know. I do feel like I'm here to save the world. I have my cape.
Stuff on
my cape is already ordered. My expectations are set. And if this doesn't happen, it doesn't happen in a timely manner, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We do need to get together with Debbie and Lisa and do one of those. I've been on other people's lives. It's not like I fell off the face of the earth. People are like, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm like, I was just on Ron's channel not too long ago. So yeah.
I agree with Ian. You do. You look amazing. You do.
Aww, thank you.
I forget how he said it, but yes. Beautiful.
I must have missed that one. Yeah, I really am okay. I mean, there's parts of this, that I'm still processing through. But, what can you do? What can you do?
Yes, Wayne. That's what this is all about. Saving humanity, but not really liking the people. Nailed it.
Nailed it right there. It was funny, JJ, as you said you stopped having wine, and I was literally going, I have a butterscotch schnapps and Irish cream. I should so make a butter baby and just drink that. But then we didn't know what we were going to do. We were just flying on the seat of our pants. But yeah, no. What aside, I want to go back to what you were saying when Debbie, helped you out. And that's really not the same thing, not the same message when she did a reading for me not too long ago. But it really was about the thing that I took away from was, why am I not changing everything? Like the YouTube, I know it needs to change. I know that they keep saying I have to go with this, more star family and stuff like that. And I've always had a hard time with that, even though you guys enjoy the light language, which they're telling me I need to do, that I need to do. But I it's funny because the minute I came in here, when I saw this place and I started setting it up, I specifically set my table here so that I could literally stand like, okay, guys, I'm still moving in. Okay. But I had plenty of space to stand back here and to do the hand, because there's hand gestures with it. So yeah. Light language. Yes.
Yes.
Are you doing light language? Are you doing light language tonight, JJ?
No, you are. You are.
I am.
Wait.
Okay. Who is? Why do I got to do it?
Because we haven't heard it in a while.
Oh, someone told me I need to do this. Explain this, JJ.
I can do it in a song. You ready?
Is not what it was supposed to be.
There's a place in France where the naked ladies dance. That's what that is.
Okay, I'm trying to be serious and goofball here.
Here, let me just mute myself.
No, don't do that. You turn it back on. I have the power. At least I thought I had the power. No, you were telling me this today about being grounded and doing this.
Oh, I did. And that felt really good. It felt like not only were we about to go somewhere, but we were also like just super grounded. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it will. So sometimes, for those of you who have not heard my light language, so this one's going to be really personal to whatever your needs are. And so there's some health in there for the people that need some health or something about health in the chest. And then there is some letting go. There's just some remembering. And so it probably will not come out in English as well, but it may. I don't know. I never know. So they're going back and forth and saying yes, no, yes, no, yes. I wish I had an I. I wish I had that. So, okay. Emme etne eshne umbratu ektut. Emme asane ete way. Ekna asana ot. There is something about releasing for somebody. Aknu et eshne urama usa. And this is really about, they keep saying that funnel that I talked about earlier. It was about, it's like reaching down and really like they're showing me how much it hurts to go down there with the childhood stuff. And it's about having it, they're showing me bubbling it up because now's the time to face those things. And it really is about just kind of processing those things. And so when those things come up that hurt you from a long time ago, they're saying don't stuff. Don't stuff it down because it's time to let it boil over. And they show it like bubbling, and then it comes out, and we need it out. For the person that has the health, it has to do, there's a lot of stomach things going on. And sometimes they're saying that could be tied. There's somebody that needs to focus on, and a few of you actually, the Kundalini person, whoever that is. It's about just kind of, it's really weird. They're showing me cleaning it, and it's almost like you did it, but you haven't been doing it in a while. And I want you to stay focused on that. And that it's like watching this. The Kundalini always comes up as a snake for me. And it's like, imagine it more golden. Imagine it. I don't know anything about Kundalini or Kundalini yoga, but it's really important that you get back to that, because they're watching it, like they're making it grow gold, and it's brighter and brighter, and it starts oozing. There's a few people, just the heart. They're showing me in different ways. Someone's heart that's not fulfilled for a long time. And they want you to concentrate on that and don't focus on what you don't have. It's about focusing on the positives. So one of the things that Debbie and I talked about during my reading is allowing Araya, which is one of my star families, to speak through. And I know she comes through, and then my right eye kind of tingles. And it's all about making sure that we are taking care of ourselves right now and planting those seeds. It's about making sure that you're watering yourself so that you grow and your strength and your happiness, because in our strength, in our happiness, people see that, and then watering their plant when you can. But she's very careful to say, don't dump all your water out. It's very important that, you speak your truth on the things that matter to you. It's about opening up, and it's really weird. She's, it's like, if I'm focused here, she's like, look over here and don't put yourself, just like JJ said earlier, and I don't know if it was on the stream, in that box. Now is the time that we come together as a collective. And even though we're standing separate, we're all shining brighter. There's something about the lines of the earth and, keeping it together, and just building one. It's like I'm watching this war happen, and it's been going on for a long time. And even though sometimes we can't see it, the light is winning, and it's because all of us are waking up. And it's really important that we continue to step in our path and step in our truth, whatever that looks like for you. And it doesn't have to look pretty to anybody else. You just stay strong in doing you and being the pillar of strength that you are. Specifically, Suzanne, Emane ukna asane erre utna asane it uta ata ata ata. It feels like this is, sorry, Suzanne, I'm gonna bust you out here, but it feels like, it's almost like the healing is going slow, and there's a purpose and a reason for that. So just love your, I don't know if it's your foot, your ankle. I honestly don't remember. But love it, and take the time to just be okay with how long this is taking. Okay. She just, Araya keeps saying, just be love and stay in love and bring peace to everybody that you can. Peace. That's what she said. Okay. Well, that was fun.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you to you and your person.
Yeah. Now I have to put my eyeballs on because I can't see.
Well, we have somebody saying good morning from Australia. Miss Flora.
Good morning, Flora.
Teresa is here. Your language comes in. Your language comes in, and it breaks things up inside of me. Things that just need to be like, the messages just, and then they showed me through your guide, I was shown like this language of symbols. Have you been seeing that? It was really cool.
So I write in symbols. So it's really, I think one of the things that's really important that needs to be said is, first and foremost, I don't ever compare myself to, I joke around that I wish I had the eyeballs, you know, if y'all, because I know there's some people I haven't seen their names, like Jay, Alex. I haven't seen that before, so welcome. But I wish I had that. So I know that if I get sidetracked with, man, I wish I had that, but that it lessens what I have. So I write in symbols. Sometimes like, okay. So sometimes I'll go over there and like, it happened in Colorado. When I was in Colorado, I literally would start throwing symbols and language at the mountain. And so yeah, I do symbols, I do song, I do sometimes it makes me throw color. So as I'm in, like, for instance, with Suzanne, they had me specific doing color and then like stitching things up and just kind of going in there. So I don't ever really expect anything and just let it flow. And I think the biggest thing is just getting out of your way to do whatever it is. And, Brant's been dealing with old stuff lately. Yeah. Awesome, Brant. And that's hard. That's hard. And I think for some of us healers and some of us people that are stepping onto our paths, you're going to see that it's really funny because they show me the pattern of you're working through all of these things that you're working through right now, because there's a line behind you of people that are going to have to start doing their healing. And so you can then turn around and go, yeah, I know where you were at. This is what happened to me, or whatever the case may be. So when you're going through those tough times, understand that there's a reason for it, because you have to, it's like you have to help those guys over there. So, yeah. See, I like your language. When you do your
some of it. Do you know that?
Really?
Uta?
Yeah.
Uta? They kept saying Uta to me and through me so many times that I got the Utah map out. And I'm like, what is it about Utah that you want me to know? And they like brought me to the Rainbow Bridge, and I ended up going physically to the Rainbow Bridge. And I think it's on the border of Utah. And they gave me a specific date. And it's like, I forget what you were saying. It kind of means out. I don't know if it was oot. Like in your language, you were saying some of the same pronunciation.
Pronunciation. So yeah, oot means out. And so, and they're showing me when I said oot, and one of the main places was when they were showing me that. So they were showing me this funnel of things that are, that whole funnel that I said that it's just going to keep coming around until you deal with this stuff. And then they showed me all the childhood stuff, and they literally showed me people pushing the hands down like, oh, I don't want to deal with this shit, Yeah. And if you don't deal with it, the reality is, that's where some trauma bonds come into play. That's when you find those people that aren't right in your life. So it really is important, to, I always like listen, like trying to read, but then I don't have my glasses on. So I'm like, but it's where those trauma bonds come into play. And it's where those really, dysfunctional things in your life kind of happen. And so you really have to sort through that, So let's see. Teresa, first time on a live stream. The thing on Jen's World today, question the experience. Had it yesterday. I was told it was Kundalini incident. See, Teresa, I'm telling you, it's, I know that what I saw specifically in this case was someone that is either doing it, and it can be too, because remember, this is going to go later. So people are going to see it later. It's like, I saw one that's doing it, but hasn't done it, and one that hasn't started yet. And it's like this snake. So sometimes when I do language, and I've drawn it out before, and I think I showed you, this is when we very first started talking, JJ. of these little tiny eensy weensy. I mean, they're so microscopic and they're shoved in parts of your spine. And spiritually, it's like I have to pull them out. And once I pull them out, then it's like the story, because the spine for some is what holds your story of all your lives and everything. So you pull that out. So I would say, yeah, Teresa, if you're not into Kundalini yoga or Kundalini energy, you really need to look into that, because I saw it as, you know, like almost like it was a statue that had a very light gold color, but it was dusty. And then the more working with that, it got stronger and stronger. And then it was so bright that it, you know, I had to, in my head, I had to kind of turn my eyes, because I'm like, whoa, that's bright. So I would definitely say, yeah. Suzanne, yeah, you really, you know, you really have to be gentle with that. There's a purpose in this. You know, sometimes being still is a really good, Spirit has a really great way of making you work things through. And so the fact that you're having to be still gives you the time to work through any of these things that you need to work through, you know. And sometimes, you know, it just is what it is. So just, you know, they just keep saying, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with yourself. Don't push it. Because if you push it, you're going to go even further back, and that's not going to be good. So, yeah.
No, you don't want the scooter to go backwards.
Yeah. You don't want to be stuck with scooter babe.
Flora, I'm not sure if we're doing questions, but Flora has one.
Okay. Let's do questions. Any questions? Write them up there. Flora babe, did you mark it?
I don't have marking power, but it's at 7:21, if that helps. But that was my time, so I don't think that helps you at all. Do you want me to read it to you? It's not too far up.
I'm looking.
And it's in all capitals.
Oh. I'll be able to go to Portugal. Ooh, I'm coming with you, girl. I'll be able to go to Portugal soon to see my older sister. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'm not so good. Let me see the energy behind it.
Sorry. I just accidentally switched that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is strange. And just keep in mind, Flora, that I do more shaman light language things. So this is what I am picking up. I'm getting, I see you, and I'm like, what would be holding this up? And I see that there's energy going into this, but it's when it gets to you, it goes off to the sides instead of actually moving you forward. So tanu tatotano ishtitai, yena tanu katutano ishtitai, yena tanu ishtitai, yena tanu ishtita, ani yena tanu ishtitai, yeta yeta yeta, yena tanu ishtita. So I'm not really getting why it is that there's no movement forward. It's like when I'm thinking of it energetically, it's like the feet won't move, kind of like a tree that's just a tree that's got deep, deep roots. So again, I'm a shaman. I'm curious to know what Karen's picking up.
Well, you know, at first it was like, they're not going to give me any months. So when things have times, they shoot a calendar out at me, and then they stop. Like, they're not stopping at a month. It's almost like if you were going in spring, it may not happen. It may happen in the fall. So they shot over here during these months, and then they zoomed the calendar really fast over this way. So I would plan for your plan, but then plan B. That's the best way I could say it. I would do a plan B, because I think that something comes up, something pops up, and then, yeah. So I would definitely, um, I'm trying to star things. I don't know if that Brant, if that was a question, I started, so we'll get to it. But yeah, Flora, I see that you will, but it'll be pushed back a little later than you think it might. So just be aware of that. So, but it'll be fun. And, if you happen to find a suitcase on your front doorstep, it's a really big.
You're in it. You're in it.
I'm in it. Just pick it up. Don't worry about it. It'll probably be purple. Just take that with you. I don't know who's got the dog that's here, but somebody's got a dog here. I just want you to know that. It's like a little yappy dog here. Okay.
In spirit
have starring
in physical?
In spirit. In spirit. There's
Yeah,
a dog
I think
here.
you would have to make me. You'd have to make me something on your.
Oh, how would I do?
I don't have the power.
Let's figure out. Hey, how do you do that? I'm curious. Let's see. Oh, how about settings? Hopefully it won't oh, that can't be it. Maybe.
Then we just freeze up and go away.
I won't start messing with this. Well, maybe.
Yeah, don't mess with it. This is a nice and gentle crowd. I think we can handle it.
Yes. See, I will be in that purple suitcase, Flora.
Flora's got one.
Yay. There you go. That's where I'll be. Okay. So, Kimmy G.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you should explain your eyes. Some of these guys have never seen you.
Hello. Greetings. My name is JJ. My name is JJ. I have a yes and no eye because when spirit stuff comes through, I'm always asking questions in the background. And when it started, it wasn't my eyes. It was actually, I was moving my head like this. And that was not convenient when you're talking to people and they're asking you a question and you're just like, do I look good in this? And it's like, don't move. So I had neck issues. And so I asked for it to be different. And so they gave me a yes and no eye. So that happens. Sometimes all my bodies moves around really weird. But I'm okay with that. I've made peace with it. So that's what happens. So let me see. There was something too. So Kimmy's saying starseed. You're good. It's just that there's some things connected here. And Susan is putting out into the universe, whether she knows it or not, she's putting out, being able to understand, speak, and write other languages. So that's going to be a part of this. I have goosebumps everywhere.
I'm going to get my sweater. I have goosebumps too, but
I am so cold. Okay, let's see. I think this is also for you too, Brant. It's because Brant was wondering, Brant's heard, and I heard that too, that if you do helping with medicinals, plant medicine, I hear about that, who people will do something and, they're aligned with their guides. So this might be a combo. But going back to, am I a starseed? What? What?
Nothing.
Did I do something funny? Did I put my glasses back
No,
on?
I did. No, it was just something I did the other night. My newfound freedom.
Okay. Oh, so maybe you have an answer to his question specifically.
No, I did some plant medicine the other day. And you can. I think that that is very achievable under the right circumstances and in the right space and place. So I would say, yeah, plant medicine can. Yeah. But Brant, I would only try just a little bit. Like, don't go kooky. And sorry, my computer is so, if I touch anything, like I'll switch things without even, yeah. So,
You've got the power.
so I've got the power. Boom, chicka, boom. I'm hearing Mintaka. I'm hearing Mintaka.
It's getting kind of hectic. Sorry. So I'm gonna be quiet now.
Yeah, I'm hearing Mintaka. Mintaka is
Mintaka. That sounds
definitely,
like my family.
it's part of mine too. Yep.
Did I ever tell you when the
Yep,
language
yeah.
came through, they said, I am Nani Taka? I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever said that out loud to anybody else.
Yeah,
So
so
what's
now
it
you've
called?
said it to the whole world. Mintaka?
Mintaka.
Yeah.
Tell us more about
I
that.
found the dog. Mintaka is a planet that, well, I'm curious to know, Kimmy, do you swim? Do you swim? I'm trying to, yeah, Mintaka is a planet that, they're showing me it's got, I don't know if it's 2 moons or if it's 2 moons and you can see a planet, but there's 3 planets out there, 3 moons. Oh, so you don't swim now? It's really funny to me because most people that, as soon as I say Mintaka, the first thing they want to know is ask her if she swims now, because those of us that are from Mintaka, we don't like to swim in things we can't see, because the first thing they show me about Mintaka is that you literally can see all the way down, and the water is very, very deep. So for us to really get into some water that we can't really see it's not a comforting thing. The water itself can be, but that's what they're saying. But I keep hearing Mintaka, and understand that. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's not something that would make you feel comfortable. I mean, the water itself is something that could be rejuvenating, and they're like, and I would really, Kimmy, if you haven't done it, I would use water as a, water can be very, this is going to sound stupid when I say it like this, but cleansing, not in that way, not to keep you clean, but there is some rituals that you can do around water. And, sometimes people are so caught up in the way that we do it, like, okay, I need to tap 3 times to the west and tap 4 times to the east and do this and do that. And sometimes it could be just let your soul guide you on how that looks. But there is something with water that you could be doing as a sort of ritual. Yeah. You're like me. I can go in a pool, but I don't know how to swim. So I would be the person with the big floaties and the tube thing around me. So Yeah, but generally we don't. Hi, Dr. Gail. How are you, my friend? We were just talking about Mintaka. But yeah, Mintaka is definitely, that's the thing, is it's a big water planet, and you don't, now on this earth we can't really, it doesn't feel comfortable to stick our toes in water that we cannot see. And yeah, that's where I get for you. So awesome.
Okay, they want me to go ahead, since it's kind of a triple between the different languages with Suzanne and with Brant also wondering what it is that he can do. So I'm going to bring in some of my language for that. So just if you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes and just kind of feel this language and see where you go. Oh, it can be for everybody as well. Anybody out there seeking like a little bit of a fine tuning any connections to spirit, the spirit world, the realm. Gotta put my hat on. Tanu tanu
hat on.
Panuna kotanushtita, tano nana kitanushtita, pawi nama ye kau kotanu katuna shina kokina, katutanu nana kina mashtita. Kaye na tana. Mashti mua katana yuma yua tuewa. Ayana tanu yima ye tau katana yewa. Manu na ye na 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 na. Makia wana tawe na moshnaka kina u tanu kakaka ye. Manu na tanu kaye 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 kaye. Taye nama itamoshitano katotaye nama kokayewa. Manunaka. Ye, tano kayewa. Opening, being open. Toka yena mashtitai. Yena mama yena tanushita. Yena mashtita washtita yewa. Ayena tano kayewa. Yena tanushita yeta. Tanuna kayewa. Fine tuning. Koyewa. What if we turn this way? Kita na yewa. Yena tanushita. What if we put our hands behind our ears? Yeta, yena mayewa. Finding your own way. Mayena tanu kayeshe kayena tanu na yewa. Kokayena mashtita yewa. Katatanushtita. Ayena tanushtita. Sending the prayers. Ukitanushtita. Yena tanushtita. Our intentions. Wishtita nuka. En anonama oyewa yumakoyewa koyewa makatotano kayewa. Sending those prayers. Checking in with the belly and the digestion. Ananana tano kayewa. Sometimes when you feel like the earth is spinning too fast, if life and time is going too fast, sometimes our bellies get a little cuckoo, kind of like like when you're in the car and you just know that you feel a little bit off. They're saying that you can feel that way outside of a car as well. So I'm just seeing myself, spirit, your people, your helpers, putting a hand on your belly, right by the belly button, the connection to our mothers. Not your mother specifically, but like creator. And putting a hand on your lower back for support, and just energizing the belly area, digestion, just thanking the belly for telling us what's going on. Love and gratitude to everything it does all day, all night for us. Never takes a break. And you can also do that for your heart space too, if anybody wanted to do that, putting a hand on your, imagine a hand here from your helpers and a hand on your back, just energizing that space. You can do that with any part of your physical body, your knees, your ankles, your throat. Yeah. So for Kimmy, Suzanne, and Brant, I hope those prayers were heard.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to do it this way, I think. Okay. Oh, I need to stop pressing buttons without glasses. I'm like, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, James. Oh, this is a new place. I have to, I haven't gotten my sweet spot for people coming in. Hold on. Let me concentrate on that. James. I have to sit this way. Oh my God, sit this way. So let me switch to live chat. Jess, are you here? Because it's really, really important that, you know, we get confirmation as we go. Because when you're channeling someone, if you're, for me anyways, I need that confirmation to know that I'm really talking to this person. Okay. So I don't know how this resonates with you. And it could be, I'm just going to say, it could be two people right there. What comes across is I have this small statured man, but this person came across so much bigger than what he is. Does that sound familiar to you? You know, it's on, and I don't, you know, they talk metaphorically. So he, you know, it just seems like he was so much bigger or so much this person that I'm watching over here. Does that sound about right? I should really switch to my phone because it goes faster usually to watch the chat. Okay.
She says
sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm watching this person that literally, what comes across is like, here I am, this person, but my presence is much bigger. You know, he comes across as a person that would have, like, I don't talk all the time, but when I do talk, it's really important, and it's really, you know, but it's really funny because he sits back and says, you're not like that, but the strength that you carry, like, you hold your own. There's something about you holding your own that is so profound. Like, and he's, whatever the difference was between you and he, whatever this difference is that he keeps talking about, he's very proud, you know, and he offers me like something like he just sends it to me like, that's you, you have a way about yourself where you present this or you give this. And there's a proudness about you that he just keeps talking about communication. He's very proud about your communication and the way that you communicate. And even if you weren't very good at it earlier, there's the strength in the communication, and that's very important. Does that make sense to you? I hate the lag. The lag is so hard. Oh, we're reading with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very much. So there really is this, even now he's still the same way. He's a person who chooses his words very carefully and very, he's choosing them very wisely. And he's making sure he knows my signs for things. But, there is this proudness about you and where you've come. You start, he literally is like, she started there, but she's over here now. And there's a strength in that. And, you need to make sure that your power and your strength. And there's something about you, it's very odd because he has you, sitting in a chair, but you're standing up for yourself. And even if you haven't done it yet, or you're going to do it, there's, be proud that you're able to stand up for yourself. Well,
they say I've been waiting to hear from him that he was proud of me. I waited for so long to hear that.
Yeah, he's very proud of you. Because he just keeps showing you standing up, whatever that means to you, because you're sitting in a chair and you just stood up all by yourself. There was nobody holding your hand. There was nobody taking and doing it for you. There's no guidance. There's nothing. It's you just standing up. And like I said, I'm not gonna, he keeps saying, just tell you the way, don't. So it might seem choppy, but there's a reason and a message for that, because you have to fill in the blanks. But there's definitely you stand up, and there's a proudness in him. There was something about, because he shows me him sitting down, and there may have been times where he may not have said things and may not have stood up at the times that he needed to stand up or say the things, because literally he's sitting in a chair, there's commotion or something going on over here, and he literally turns his head and looks the other way, and he doesn't stand up, and so you get the gold medal for that one, he says. And whatever this means to you, even if you have to stand up and walk away, that does not mean you failed. Okay? Whatever that means for you. So.
And what I'm seeing is I see you standing, and you know what it's like when there's something like all over you, like it's either like rubble, like something fell down on you, or it's like from sheetrock, like there's this like stuff on you. And I see him, and he's like, she's been through some stuff, and he's dusting you off, dusting you off, just doing that. And they brought me to the flowing river. And the flowing river message, the part that wants to go to you, is that the way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others to support and help you. Heed the Native American saying, it's best to ride the horse the direction that it's going, which I think that's awesome. Like the best way to ride a horse is to ride the horse in the direction that it's going. And so with this card, when it chooses you, it means you're being told to let go and to go with the flow. If there's something or someone you need to forgive, this is the time. And this is also the time to forgive yourself and just let go. So that also brings me to the throat area. So before, when I said it's okay to just imagine that your spirit guides are, or even you, because the throat area is easy to do this, you just energize your hands, because when you asked for the reading, this hand was vibrating. So I'm not sure if you're a Reiki practitioner. Not that you need to be. It's just try to get some energy in your hands and then figure out which one feels more comfortable in the front and one in the back. And just ask that, for the best and highest good to bring in the energy for healing. And that can be for like words that maybe that you didn't say, or it could be words that you wanted to hear. Maybe some words you wished had come out differently. Any of those things and more could be a part of this. So just sitting there in that energy, and just accept the healing from your people, your inner teacher. Yeah, forgiving yourself is really hard to do. Yeah, work in progress. Good job.
Yeah,
and
good job.
Your people, he's dusting you off, so you can go forth.
Yep. So, and don't beat yourself up about it. I mean, it's really clear. His advice is, it doesn't have to look pretty for everybody. Okay. And they don't allow other people to define who you are. Your truth. I feel like I can't look at you. He's basically, your truth and who you are, and your truth and what you've gone through and what you need to go through. And it doesn't have to look pretty to anybody else. And so don't let others, put their perception on how it should look or how it should be or how it should. And it really is just stand up for yourself. So, he's proud of you and he has your back. He's seeing and watching you and he has your back. So just know that, Jess.
One of my favorite things that came my way, and I don't know where I read it. It's not mine. I mean, it is. It's ours. It's out there now. But it's the saying that says, I forgive people from the beginning of my time to right now who have hurt me knowingly, or if they were unknowing that they were hurting me from, it's a little jumbled right now, but let me see if I can get this right. I forgive others who have hurt me, if they were aware or unaware, from the beginning of my time to right now. And then you say that 3 times just so that energy can really seep in. And then when you get the energy of forgiving people from the beginning of your time to right now, which is really important, then you say, I forgive myself for hurting anybody knowingly or, unknowingly from the beginning of my time to right now. And that it just, to me, that just helps change some of those energetic imprints. It just kind of changes them up a little bit. So I hope that's helpful. You can change the wording so it flows a little bit more for you.
Yeah.
And my dad's name is James as well. He stepped out of the physical. That's probably where the construction dust came from.
Your dad leaving construction dust on you. Well, I'm glad you could get that message. So we did kind of touch this as far as earlier. I would say yes to the shrooms in a microdosing protected kind of way, and in a space where it's a healing space. Not, it's like, don't do it in your living room sitting in front of TV, That's not going to be how you're going to do that. But if you set the space up correct, or you go to some place that does that, I think that would be definitely something that would be beneficial. Understand that if you go in with the intent and they're going, same thing we talked about, I think before you even came, I don't remember when you came in, Brant, but it's almost like JJ was saying, is be okay with the crooked rose that grows. Be okay with not having the outcome that you're going in for. But if your spirit calls you to do that, there's a reason behind it. And so it may look really cool, but you may not have gotten the thing that you wanted. So, but I would say this is, I would say, yeah, I think it would be very cool. I did shrooms once.
For myself, I like tapping into, I'm this way without mushrooms. So I can't imagine what I would be on mushrooms. I'd probably be normal. So I like to, I've been like this my whole life. People are like, why don't you, do this or that? I'm like, because I mean, where's it? I'll never come back. But you can also work with, that's something coming into my life, working with medicinals, but not like consuming them, but like working with medicinals in a ceremonious way.
There you go. Well, let me tell you, when I did shrooms back in the day, when MTV was the shit.
When they actually played music?
When they actually played music. I listened to this country, I swear it was a country song, and this alien was line dancing. I've never seen that song again.
Oh, you sure the TV was on?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Hi, Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis. Oh, let's see.
There's I'm seeing like letters being placed in like in the mailbox. This letters, like they're all lining up and they're bringing in these letters for you.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to talk too.
A lot. They're like in a circle. They're circling you.
It's like, okay, somebody pick. Kind of spilling water on myself here.
That's because you're from Mintaka.
Mintaka. I need to be watered. So I have this woman and this man that keep going back and forth, literally like almost like arguing on who's going to be the first one to talk. And the lady wins, okay. She's kind of funny. This would have been, and I'm just going to kind of describe her. So she would have been, she feels to me like a mother type figure. She's very kind of sassy in her way, but isn't overly with it. Does that make sense? So Phyllis, feel free to say yes, no, if this is resonating with you. Oh, it's your mom. Because it's like She definitely has boundaries. She's not like, she can be forward, but she has boundaries with it. It's not like she'd be forward or mean or rude or nasty to just anybody, but when she puts her foot down, then her foot's down, kind of. That's the way she makes me feel. Um, it's funny because I saw, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read all that. But I saw kind of like the name, and then she's like, she knows who I am. And, did kind of that.
The mother's name is Tina.
Yeah. It was like, she knows who I am. She comes along with a lot of females too. And so when somebody comes like that with a bunch of females all in a line, that is my sign for a lot of. Can you hear that knocking? Can you hear that knocking? That's my refrigerator.
Well, why don't you let it in?
Just kidding. Because it's going to run. Okay. Sorry. So
maybe it's Morse code.
I know. That took me out. When somebody comes like that, it's my sign for having to heal generational traumas and having to not only heal them, but that's my sign for someone that has to break the generational trauma or the generational lineage, I guess you could say. And so that's what it is. It's like, it's almost like, thank you so much for having to do that. And it could be the smallest of things that you weren't able to do, or that they weren't able to do that you are. And so they just want you to know that they're really happy about that. Man, that knocking is really my refrigerator.
I would say that's Tina's personality. Right.
And she comes with a male. And I don't know if your dad is passed or not, but there is a male. She would have been the more, compared to this guy, she would have been the more vocal one. She would have been the one that maybe talked more. Is your dad passed as well?
She did say before that most of her family has stepped out of the physical.
Okay. Because, even him, you really are breaking those chains or breaking those things. And you guys, like, this family has really traveled. I don't know if you believe in reincarnation, but they're showing me a lot of different lives where you guys have led, where you're having to.
She was 7 when her dad stepped out.
Yeah. Because because usually that makes sense, because when a mom is brighter, her mom's brighter, her mom is there more. This dad is in the background, and he's less bright. So that would make sense why I'm seeing him like that. But he just really, you're breaking some of they keep saying curses, and I don't even like that word, but breaking some of those belief systems, the way that they were, and it's like, keep doing that, keep being you and true to you, because you are who you are, and the way that you're doing things, you're breaking those lineage, those curses, those things like that for them. Yeah, you have a lot of people around you, man. Like, we could be here all day. Like, there's a lot.
Well, on my side of it, they're surrounding you. So I got this card that said nature, is what they're recommending. It says here that your angels, your guides, are helping you to discover and give you the gifts to the world. Help them to help you by spending more time in nature. And that makes a lot of sense with, I got goosebumps, of what they were saying, because not only do I see your people that stepped out of the physical, but you're also, you've got your guides, you've got your ancestors that you may not even know about. And so when you were saying the curses, Karen, it's like, they're like, yes, that's the word to use. And so I see these people, they're standing all around you, and it's outside because I can see that there's roots on the ground in the dirt. And I see everybody standing on the dirt. And I see you're in the middle, and I see everybody put their hands on the ground. And they're sending you like everybody's sending you a little something different. Like somebody's giving you like a book to write. Somebody's giving you, they're like energizing your feet to help like support the moves. The movement. Like everybody is surrounding you and gifting you. But I think the overall feeling that I get from this group is that they're like feeding the energy into the earth and through your feet. As if you were a tree. And they're just giving you everything that you need from their side of things, holding you and supporting you and giving you like the nutrition that a tree would need, just so you can grow. And by that, I mean, like maybe looking into ancestral healing, whether you know what that ancestral healing is or is not. But just knowing.
I'm the first generation. Oops, she says, I'm the first generation Italian who did not follow their path. Yay.
Okay.
You.
Well, they're supporting, not only the people that stepped out of the physical, like I said, you have like this whole group of people that are they're doing what they can from where they are. So maybe go into nature, hang out with the roots of a tree. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
Okay, the dog. This dog here, and I'm going to just describe him, Flora. He comes across, it feels like puppy energy for a very long time. This dog, is very, very lively. Are you still here, Flora? But I just feel like that, sometimes the way that I see them is they go back to a specific time. So he's going back to when I'm not sick, when I'm not, when I'm not that way. And it's just puppy energy and happy. And he's just bouncing around here. And, it just feels really good energy. And, I think the dog still is around you. Because he ends up curling right next to my foot. And if I didn't know better, I would think he was a cat sometimes. The way that he, it's curling up to me and on right next to me. So, yeah. But, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
And you started doing the dog reading. My dog took off.
I know. I did see that. These two are right here. They're crashed. One is always underneath my feet. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He decided not to be underneath my feet. He decided to steal the couch. So he's on the couch. Yeah.
Phyllis says they also had a dog that was black and white.
Yeah. Yep. So lots of dogs here. But we start opening the door for pets and it's like gets crazy in here. So yeah, I mean the dogs are happy and healthy, and on the other
Hey,
side,
Gerald.
some of them may come back. Hello, Taro. Miss you. Um, whilst washing the dishes, darling. Yeah, so
Are you washing them with
definitely
your little
dogs fine.
hands, Carol Stash? Your little
With your
hands
little
washing
hand.
the dishes.
We need to get together again and have you come on and us three do another live. That was hilarious.
Fun.
So, okay, so the last one that I saw, and let me read this because as being a star scene with certain how you manage channels and manage selling print. I just saw the question mark and I tagged it, and so Ian, there's a lot in there, and it is 10:15 on my end of the world, and I got to get up at 5, so I'm gonna have to end pretty soon. That's a lot there, Ian. I'm just
That's
like,
let's unpack this. What serves your highest good? I think I'll answer that one. I think that when you can tap into your soul and what your soul contract is,
okay.
I know that's a weird way of saying that, but I think tapping into that serves your your highest good. We're all just here living a human experience, and just trying to navigate the best that we can.
And along that is sometimes, I wish I had the words that my friend uses. She always says, we're human and we're going to hurt each other. And that's part of growth. And,
Yeah.
For some reason they're saying, be okay with, very funny, being the villain in the story. Just be okay with it. Just understand that sometimes you, I have to say this out loud. Let me channel it. So be okay with being the villain in the story. Sometimes with pain, there's a lot of growth. And so it depends on what you signed up for. So if you signed up for learning to be strong, then that would give you a hard life because of the fact that you had to learn. And how are you going to learn to be strong if you're not overcoming obstacles all the time? So it's very much looking at your life in a different way, in a different perspective, because what you see as a negative could be a really big, beautiful, positive thing that you're learning from, so. A much more preferred method of communicating. So when you say your preferred method for communicating, are you saying like what? Like I'm very confused by that question. Because I would think that my preferred method personally is just kind of, doing what I do, which is scry and just watch the movie that goes on. I don't mind channeling, although it's that in itself is a weird, but I think that it's all about learning the language, and some people are like, oh my gosh, you can do this. We can all do this. The best way I can describe channeling and what channeling does is imagine if you had a broken typewriter, and it doesn't move. It just keeps typing on top of the same letter. So for some people, you look down at the paper and you're like, that's a big dot, a big black dot. But for some of us, we take the paper and turn it sideways and we read all the letters that are stacked on top of each other. So
beautiful.
well, so Ian is a night owl, but yeah, I think which creative channels, I mean, for me, it's cooking. I think that, whatever you find creative and whatever you find that shuts your brain off long enough so that you can concentrate on things. I mean, some people it's music, some people it's sitting out in nature, some people it's exercising. I mean, whatever it is that's you find where your brain can quiet down enough to get those answers, that's what you need to do more of. So, yeah. Let's see. Anything to add to that, JJ?
No, I was kind of picking up the same thing with, we're here living a human experience, but it is something that we signed up for, whether, I mean, yeah. There's all sorts of parts that we can play, and that we came here to play those parts, those stories.
Yep. So let's all manifest a good life. No. All right.
Be careful what you ask for, because if you're manifesting a good life and your intentions are not like the best, like if you know what I mean. Ian says you're good at what you do. Very good. His is music and laughter. Those are great ones.
Oh yeah. There you go. All right, my friends. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on this impromptu. Yes, I am going to be on more, and hopefully people will come on with me because I enjoy bringing new people. The last time I had Patrick, the astrologer, come on. We're going to do a collab pretty soon. There'll be some new people that you guys haven't really seen in this community because I've been meeting other people. And so hopefully those people will come on and just bring some new faces and some new truths, I guess you could say, some new paths. I always say, we're not going to resonate with everybody. And so, yes, Tarot Stash, of course, as long as you bring your little hands in your fan. But I don't have a fan. Well, I'm sure it's somewhere in here. I'm not sure where. I'll have to go out and get a fan. So, all right. Much love to you guys. Email me, Tarot. Love you guys. Have a great night. Bye. I always forget. Hit that twice.